Today we have a very special guest, and his name is Mr. Shin.
Hey.
Today we'll be talking about the latest tech innovation in society and how technology can impact jobs, alongside a few fun games and everything. Let's start off by asking Mr. Shin's opinion on the rise of AI.
Yep. I think that the rise of AI has both positive and negative impacts for our society. So the positive impacts are obviously that it can improve the technology, make things more convenient, add more innovative ways, add new ideas, things of how it can make it better, or how it can make our lives better. Yes, there's the negative impacts as well, which is if AI is developed more or becomes more intelligent, it can develop feelings, opinions of their own, and start to turn on humanity or even ruin humans.
Kind of like the movie Terminator, right?
Yes, Terminator, Matrix, all of that is all possible if we aren't careful with the way we do AI. So I think AI is positive as long as we're careful with it.
Okay, that makes sense. What are your thoughts about 5G and how fast our technology, like only a few years ago it was 4G and then 3G, now it's maybe 6G, 6G.
Yes, 6G.
What are your thoughts on that?
Yes. So 5G right now is obviously amazing and has definite benefits over 4G and 3G. Unfortunately, there are some downsides as well to having 5G, or there's just like AI can do it. Yeah. So 6G, I believe that although it's good, there might be some drawbacks. There might be some things wrong with it. If we can fix every single problem of 5G, 6G, all of that systems or anything like that in total, that'll be fine. But we need to be prepared for the problems that happen with it.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yes.
Okay, now I have a fun game for you.
Okay.
So I will be telling you these 5 AI technology companies, and you have to rank them from 1 being the best and 5 being the worst.
Yep, sure thing.
So first I have Apple.
Yep.
Where do you rank Apple on your list from 1 to 5?
I would rank Apple as number 2.
Number 2.
Yes.
Okay. Why number 2? Why not number 1?
Although I used the Apple laptops from the school, I myself am more into Samsung. That's my phone, and that's what my family and majority of friends uses as well. So I find Apple as second place.
Second place.
Yeah. In comparison to Samsung.
Yeah. So Android is, in your opinion, better. Samsung is better.
Yes, Samsung is better. Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Next, I have a gaming company for you, Xbox.
Where would I rank Xbox?
Yeah.
I would rank Xbox as number 5. Just because if I was just to compare that with games, it's something that's come out a bit later and it hasn't had as much, just to me personally, it hasn't had as much impact. In terms of developing me from a child to an adult, and it's a lot more limited in the sense of what you can do with gaming. So something like Nintendo, I've grown up with, and it's amazing to see Nintendo develop over the years.
Okay.
Yes, from going from a Game Boy to a Super Nintendo to a Nintendo Switch and all that. It's the progress and the changes are amazing. Same with PlayStation. I know how big the changes have been with PlayStations and everything.
So the Xbox is 5 because it's not better as its competitors.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Next up, I have Google.
Google,
So it's like YouTube and everything.
Yes. Okay. Google, I would definitely rank as number 1. It is the most used. It is the most used thing that we ever do compared to anything else.
Okay.
The best way to connect everything. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Then we've done 3 so far, right?
Yes.
Okay.
3.
So next, I have Nokia.
If I knew Nokia was coming up, I would have don't rank it as number 5, but yeah, I'll rank it as number 4. It was big during its time, and I did have a Nokia phone for a while.
Wow.
This was ages ago when I was a kid as well, when I was a teenager.
My age.
Yep.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, it's just out of date now.
Out of date now.
It's old news now.
Old news now. Yeah. Okay. And finally, I have a pretty new company that's coming into the market.
Yep.
NVIDIA.
Nvidia, that would be number 3. Just real middle of the road. I'm not quite sure how impactful or how it can be doing at the moment. So
Just for people who do not know who NVIDIA is, NVIDIA is basically a company that makes processor chips for a bunch of AI companies and it makes gaming chips.
Yeah, okay.
So right now they're the world's most
Yep.
net worth company. They're number one right now.
Oh, okay.
So it's pretty. Only in 6 months they went from 50 to 1, which is quite a huge leap.
Yeah. Okay, that is
Okay.
amazing. That is amazing.
Yeah. Okay.
Possible.
Okay. Now, since Mr. Shin has left, okay, if I haven't told you this, today's episode, it's a 5-minute quick round. I'll talk to many guests for only 5 minutes and I'll get their opinion. Next up, we have...
Satuna.
Okay, Satuna. I know you're pretty young for this, but what are your thoughts on AI or just technology in general taking over the future, or taking over the jobs? So when we're older, when we're like 25, 26, like 13 years into the future, right? How do you think technology will impact jobs by then?
By jobs, so I know a lot of people say that robots will take over jobs in the future.
Do you believe that?
I half believe it and no, because the present day, there's actually like good inventions. Like, let's say the Apple Vision Pro. That's something like the
maybe if it could maybe transform that into glasses, like just normal spectacles.
Yeah.
That could be a awesome invention.
yes, yeah. So if you have to go from jobs to maybe like AI,
Makes sense.
I don't think AI will take over, but I think robots would have a chance.
Question. So many people say, you know how in Teslas there's a self-driving feature.
Yes.
So do you think Uber and everything will go away, like taxis and everything? So people like drivers just dead, like that job does not exist anymore, extinct.
So as in like robots will like actually answer the calls for them, and then they'll just send over a car.
Yes.
Now that one, I feel like
It
no,
could.
it could,
like-
but
The chance is low, but
the chance is low. But I'm pretty sure we probably have the technology to actually do
yes,
that.
because already we have self-driving cars.
We have self-driving cars,
So
we have robots.
we could maybe like robots, I could pick up the call, be like, "Hello,
Yeah.
where are you? What do you want?" And then they can like send of cars.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, I like your opinion on that. Next up, we have a fun game.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I would say 3 movie scripts about technology, and you guess which one it is. First up, I'm not gonna say the movie name.
Oh.
Don't get fooled by it. Okay, so the movie name. So I'm bad. So the movie script is basically a human disguised as a cyborg assassin, and he travels from the year 2029 to 1994 to kill a woman. What do you think this movie is?
This
Any thoughts on the movie? It sounds familiar, right?
I feel like I heard of this before. So someone went back in time to then kill a woman.
Disguised as a human, a cyborg assassin traveled back in 2029 to kill a woman named Sarah Connor. This was a very popular movie, and it's actually a movie franchise Z. That's as many hints as you get.
Oh.
Comment down below if you think of the movie as well.
I'm not sure. So he went back in time to kill a...
Any guess? Just guess randomly.
If I had to guess... I don't have good guesses either.
I guess you lose this round.
Oh.
Do you want to know?
What is it?
Terminator. You're like,
Oh, yeah!
brother.
Dude, what? How did I not think of that? The Terminator. And there's
Okay.
like tech too. Like the...
Yeah.
I'm actually so... Okay, let's just go to the next one,
Okay.
bro.
Next up, another movie. Not so much technology, but okay, I want to let it slide. So this one should be easy. A genius billionaire playboy is a weapons manufacturer, and then he gets captured by terrorists, and then
It's Iron Man. If it's not, I swear. It has to be.
It's Iron Man, come on, yeah,
You know
that
the
one is.
Weapon,
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew instantly.
Yeah, you know.
And he got kidnapped.
Iron Man, you know,
Yeah, Iron
easy,
Man. It just
you know.
clicked into my mind.
Yeah. Okay, next. This movie, I don't think you would know it. It's on Disney Plus actually, so I'm not sure if you know it, but I'm just saying it anyways. So it's basically about a guy who's inside a video game, right? It's just about like an NPC inside a video game who realizes he's not an NPC. Do you have any clue what this movie is?
When you said video game, I instantly clicked on Mario. So I'll
Okay, one more guess.
one more guess. Oh, the free guy?
100% correct. He was 66% correct rate. Not the worst actually. That's pretty good
I was
actually.
surprised I knew that.
Yeah. Okay. So next up, you have to leave. Next guess. Bye. Come on. Thank God Seth's gone. Satuna's gone. He was such a hassle. Next up, we have two guests this time. We have Leon and
Ayan.
So we're just gonna be doing like the same stuff, a few new games, and that's it. Okay. Let's talk about, first of all, I'm gonna name these 5 things, and you both have to blindly rank them.
Okay.
Okay. First, I have printing. Where do you rank them? 1 being the best, 5 being the worst.
3.
So the
Printing has been a really important invention throughout history. I feel like because printing is used throughout every single
All
school.
types of printing, like even like wood, like carved printing. That's also a type of printing.
Printing is a really good way, a technology invention. I would solidly rank printing as number 3.
Number 3.
I also think printing is really important in our daily lives. I will rank it as number 2.
Number 2. Okay, you changed from number 3 to number 2. Yeah. Okay. Next, I just hand tools like drilling machines, screws, and hammers. Where do you rank that? Like, how much like the impact of those in our daily lives?
The use of hand tools has had a large impact throughout history as labor required these objects to be made. Like, look, people building structures, they all needed these tools. Like, without the use of these tools, our structures
Our
throughout...
homes, our
yeah, exactly. All of
buildings.
these stuffs would not exist.
Like,
I rank
the
it-
building, the school we're in right now would be not there. Like, we would not be here.
I would rank this as number 1.
Number 1.
But I might expect something else on the list that I might know. Hey, I don't know, man.
Okay,
Number 1.
let's see.
I will rank hand tools at number 3 because even though they're important but not really important,
But
we can live without that.
I
we will-
completely disagree with your opinion.
Why do you disagree, Leon?
I just explained that the
Why
use of
it's
hand
so
tools
important?
is actually really important as they are the key
Yeah, makes
to
sense.
the
Okay.
developing civilization without the use of modern technology.
Be quiet.
They were the reason we advanced through civilization. They were the reason we were able to build structures.
Okay, so you both are in a big argue right now on how important hand tools are. Just moving on from that, let's do batteries.
Ooh, batteries are the essential key to life of our technology.
You're just saying everything is the key to life. So where do you rank them?
Okay, wait. Okay, fine. Batteries go as a solid 3. 2. Actually, I rank them at number 2. As without batteries, we wouldn't have access to all of our technologies like computers, iPhones, all these other stuff that have kept our modern world going.
Okay, now Ayan, where do you rank batteries?
I'll rank batteries at number 1 because I think they're really important in our daily life. Batteries are really important. We need
For
them
everything.
for everything, like
Yeah.
for every device we can't live without, like for our
Small
watches, for our
batteries,
phones.
big batteries. We need batteries. That's basically clocks, time. We need a battery. Makes sense. Next up, we have wire circuitry. So what types of wires and circuitry? Where do you rank them?
Wires. I don't know much about this topic, so I guess I'll rank it at 5. I guess I don't see any importance in them.
You don't?
You're really
important.
No
He is.
electricity in your home without wires.
No, okay. So I guess he really likes caveman stuff. Hand tools, drilling machines, printing. He's a caveman basically. Me and Ayan are modern people. What are your thoughts about it?
Actually, I have used 3, 2, and 1, so now I have to rank it either on 4 or 5. I will go with 4. because wires are really important.
If we had a spot left,
Yes, I would.
where would you rank it?
I'd rank it at 3. Yeah,
Okay.
3.
So just one spot higher.
Casino.
Okay. You guys might get mad at me. Don't get angry. Promise me. Promise you won't get angry. Promise me.
Yeah, I promise.
Okay. Okay. So next up I have telephone. So communication.
Oh
the
my
fuck?
god.
Bro, telephones are like one of the most important
It's the
events.
most.
Like it
can't
actually,
live without
it literally,
telephone.
it's the essential reason
right
we can
now-
communicate throughout the world. Like,
You're recording us on a telephone.
yeah, exactly. You're literally recording us on an iPhone, bro. Like, see, I would have ranked that higher, but like, I have to put that at number 4.
I would rank it number 2, but I have only number 5 left.
So I guess people. That's it for today with them. So now we have
Lazio.
okay, Lazi. Lazi is short for Lazio, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're just gonna ask you about your opinion on what's gonna be the next big thing in technology. You know, first it was like computers, then it was like first it was like nuclear wars, like nuclear power. Then was computers, iPhone, Apple Vision Pro. What's gonna be next? What's gonna be that next big thing that changes the world forever?
Okay. I think my concept, first of all, I'll say this. First, it was Nokia, right? Nokia, then they moved up to Samsung. They moved up to iPhone. They moved up to VR. And they had Apple Vision Pro. It's getting crazy out here now. My concept, I think, the next big thing I'm thinking about is VR bodysuits.
So kind of like whole VR bodysuits, like it covers your whole body. They could be just like normal clothes, but they're VR or like AR.
Yeah.
So it transports you. I mean, it teleports you into a whole new world while you're in a world, in the real world.
In reality, yeah.
Makes sense. So, okay, yes, okay. Explain more, man.
For example, like you're playing Call of Duty VR, but you can't play that game in VR.
Well, like imagine.
Imagine if you could. You could feel tiny pinches when you get shot.
Oh, that would, I think something like that already exists, but like that actually feels like a bullet hitting you.
Yeah.
This could be like more of like a soft, but I feel like a fully bodysuit, right?
Yeah, kind of like paintball, right? You get shot, it feels like that. Like or Minecraft VR, you can do that.
And I think that actually exists.
Yeah.
It would be pretty cool to have. Imagine like, if you're like mining in Minecraft, right? A miner and it feels like the dirt is coming out.
You can feel your arm.
Yes. That okay. Yeah. So that was your first concept on what's gonna be next. What is your second concept?
My second concept, you know those glasses from Spider-Man Far From Home, right?
Oh, the one that Iron Man gives him, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Those
so
glasses.
kind of like that.
Those kind of look cool. So like, imagine we have it in the real world. That would be very sick.
Oh, like I can like actually just imagine I'm like I have glasses.
Yeah.
Imagine instead of those I had those AR glasses. AR means augmented reality for those who didn't know. So, like if I click on like I could be like, hey Siri, who's this person? Then like, Siri could tell me like the detail if it's online, or like if I look at something, I'm like, what is this? It could tell me what it is.
Yeah, you can identify something.
Ooh.
Scan it.
Like, for example, there's this plant. I don't know what plant it is.
Yeah.
I could be like, hey Siri, what's this plant? And then, I like the idea. It's very unique. Like, and I think that could become reality in the next 4 to 5 years. Like Apple already has the Vision Pro. Glasses format wouldn't be that far off.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, so now we're gonna play a game where we basically rank these. I'm gonna give you 5 things, and you need to rank them with 1 being the most realistic to come. Like I'm ranking these futuristic technology concepts like flying cars, whatever, right? And you rank them from 1 being the most realistic, and 5 being the least realistic. Okay. So number 1 is flying cars, the dream.
That's pretty obvious. It's obviously unrealistic, you know. Flying cars, where do you get that much power to power flying cars?
I mean, like, you could, but they would be expensive, and everyone would need to get a driver's license and a pilot license, you know?
Oh, wait. Actually, I did see this one video. You watch Mr. Beast, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember. I think.
Yeah, there was a
flying car.
It was an airplane and the car. Combined.
Yes. I think those like $5 million. They're expensive. US dollars, by the way. So yeah, maybe. So where do you think that? 1 or 5?
I'll put it in 4.
4. So possible, but just way too patched out. Yeah, pricey. Okay, next up we have jetpacks. Oh.
Okay, for jetpacks, too much fuel. You know, the fuel prices these days, they're very expensive.
Yeah. I think the other day I saw that the petrol was like $3.50 somewhere. Like $3.50. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, these days gas is very expensive.
It could be electric. Ooh.
But charging.
You can charge it. You know, like we still charge Teslas every day.
But jetpacks, if you charge it, you might never know. It could like malfunction.
Or imagine you're up in the sky and the battery goes to 0 and you just fall down. Imagine like I'm like flying up in the air, middle of the ocean. Wow. And then I become a skydiver.
Yeah, skydiver into a sea of sharks.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay. So where do you rank it after all of that?
I know it's super unrealistic. It's going way down to number 5 now.
5. Ooh, okay. I was expecting 3, but 5 makes sense actually. So next up we have a real life Spidey Iron Man suit. So what I mean by that is like, you know how Iron Man just presses on his chest and the suit comes out?
Yeah.
Kind of like that. But
like Spider-Man.
Yeah, like Spider-Man pops it out, right? Like a real life suit. Like billionaires could have it like it could be like a very sticky material. So you can just stick on the walls. That would be cool, but how realistic is that?
It would be on 5, but we got jetpacks on it, so it could be a 3 or 2.
So where do you rank it? 3 or 2?
Probably 3.
3. Okay, makes sense. So that was pretty short and easy. Fun to think about, just pretty unrealistic.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up we have chips in your brain. So basically, this concept, I think it already exists with the company, the Elon Musk. I think it's called Neuralink. But imagine, when you're born, you get implant a chip in your head, which turns you into a computer.
Yeah.
Like no need for.
Yeah, you could be like a real life Google.
Oh yeah.
Like that. You could be Wikipedia.
Okay, but how realistic is that?
I'll put it in 1 because
It can't already exist,
it can't
right?
already exist.
But don't you think that would be bad for humanity?
Yeah,
Like we will all be cyborgs.
it could,
We will all be cyborgs, basically.
yeah, it could take over your brain and do
Yeah.
something weird.
You could have brain cancer.
Yeah, yeah.
It could be a new cancer called robotic cancer.
Yeah, whatever.
Something like that, you know. Okay, next up we have electric jets. What are your thoughts on that? I think that really excites me. Just imagine, like right now we're wasting so much carbon and everything on planes.
Yeah, polluting
Imagine
the
it
air.
was electric. That would be sick.
On top of, like, long charging life, I think that fixes the air. It doesn't pollute the air like gas powered
yeah.
planes, electric powered jets, electric powered planes.
Planes.
That's pretty
That sounds like a dream, you know?
Yeah.
Like that sounds so realistic, but it might be a little expensive.
Yeah.
So
As much as private jet.
yes, as much as we want it and it would be good, I think it has to be number 2. Next up, we have Mr. Bartholomew and Ms. Premdeep. We're going to talk about the ups and downs of technology. Well, what do you guys think? What are the downsides of technology first?
Well, technology is like an airplane, right? It's great until it's not, and it crashes. And we just saw that the other day with CrowdStrike. Most major airports around the world were taken down just because of a computer fix. And those were the good guys. What if we have the bad guys? The other thing I'll say is things like AI, there are advancements in technology, but one step forward, 2 steps back sometimes, because there are a lot of students who have been using AI against the rules, and you're cheating yourself, and you're cheating your fellow students, and we're really clamping down on that. It's AI can be very useful, but it's also a double-edged sword, and it's a nightmare at the same time.
Makes sense. Mr. Sandy, what are your thoughts about AI?
I totally agree with Mr. B over here. It's like an aeroplane. It's good till it's good. If not, it comes crashing down, right? So a lot of negative things, positive as well. So positive in the sense that we are able to stay connected with our family. Our families are all over the place, and we've connected with all our friends as well. Easy to connect with a lot of people in overseas. A lot of knowledge to be gained. So if you're using it in a positive way, it's amazing, but you can use it in a negative way as well. Okay, so right now the warfare is no more using missiles and nuclear weapons. It's about using computers and technology. Okay, so everything runs on technology these days, and someone I can't take names of countries, but someone somewhere can decide, well, we want to take the DHB portal down, and then that harms all the patients and the doctors and everything. Okay, so that's one example. Another one, we can take all the banking systems down. Every little transaction happens using bank cards and so on. And the thing that he spoke about, the what was the name, that the crime?
CrowdStrike.
CrowdStrike. So CrowdStrike is actually against hackers, but that worked against us that day. And I could see I was abroad during that time, and a lot of the people with us were worried as to whether they'll have to cancel their flights and so on. I was worried because I only had bank cards with me, and I was worried being overseas whether I can use my bank cards and what will happen that day. And
Makes
again,
sense.
kids can use it in a positive way and think about how they can improve themselves, access a lot of positive things, and at the same time you can use it for cheating as well. Some other things that I have come to know is how they can morph your face.
Deepfakes.
Yes.
Deepfakes are very dangerous to society, since it could be a random person, but I could change their voice, their face, and I could pretend it's a completely different person.
Yes. So you can take someone else, put Mr. B's voice in there, and you can show as Mr. B is spreading hatred. Mr. B is doing something illegal, whereas at the same time it's not Mr. B. So that's a negative.
Okay, so Mr. B, do you think are there any positivity, like any positive sides to technology?
Yeah, I mean, we're connected globally on the internet, on social media, through email, but I mean, the negatives are really the algorithms they're using online on Facebook and X and with these other platforms. It's really causing division around the world. And that's one of the reasons for all of the, there's so much hatred out there right now. And I think a lot of it has to do with Facebook, TikTok algorithms. It makes money for Facebook and TikTok, but they make money off driving wedges between people and creating hatred. And that's really unfortunate. And there needs to be more accountability. So if somebody is online and uses the N-word or something, you need to be able to trace that. And right now, it's not just free speech, it's hate speech.
How can they improve? So how can all these big companies like Apple, Google, Samsung, all these big companies can make technology better so it's for the good side? Like, what changes can they make?
I don't know. I'm not an expert in that area, but I know there's a problem and they need to change. Maybe they get Bill Gates and Mark Zuckerberg and a few other people in a room, Elon Musk, and they sort it out amongst each other. But it's a really big problem and it's not getting any better.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not an IT person, but what I can say is that for every disease, people find medication. So similarly, for every negativity around technology, the technology people find a source to overcome it. So CrowdStrike is an example against hackers. Unfortunately, that day it didn't work, but it is an anti-hacking tool, right?
Okay. Yeah. And this is Nihan Talari, your host of the Tech Pod. Signing off. Bye-bye, losers.